This was first time President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. spoke publicly against China's installation of the 300-meter-tall barrier at entrance to Scarborough Shoal, which was dismantled on his orders. A question at a news briefing in the southern province of Surigao del Norte. The latest flare-up between China and Philippines' South China Sea, one of world's busiest trade routes, came after Marcos decided earlier this year to allow expansion of U.S. military presence in Philippines under defense pact signed 2014. The prospect of more American forces in local military camps in the northern Philippines across from Taiwan and southern China has alarmed and infuriated Beijing. That's what our fishermen are losing. So there shouldn't be a barrier there, and it's clear the area is within the Philippines. He said, our fishermen have been fishing in these areas for hundreds of years. So I can't understand why this has changed. A Philippine surveillance plane deployed on Thursday spotted 2 Chinese Coast Guard ships closely guarding entrance to the shoal, making it difficult for Filipino fishermen to enter fishing lagoon. Philippine Coast Guard spokesman Commodore Jay Tarriela said at a news conference Friday. In an effort downplay China's effort to disable barrier by Philippine Coast Guard. Tarriela showed reporters one of 2 metal anchors that he said Filipino Coast Guard personnel had recently removed from Scarborough entrance destroy barrier. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin said at a news conference in Beijing on Wednesday that the herd was China's natural territory. What the Philippines has done is nothing but a self-entertaining nonsense. China will continue to protect the territorial sovereignty and maritime rights and interests of Huangyan Island, he said, using Scarborough's Chinese name. Although Marcos has sought to foster normal ties with China, long-simmering territorial disputes have put Asian neighbors on a potential collision course. The Philippine leader vowed that his country would not cede even a centimeter of land in the strategic waterway. Marcos' more confrontational stance contrasts with that of his predecessor, Rodrigo Duterte, who frequently criticized U.S. Western security policies and fostered close ties with China-Russia. Under Marcos, who took office last year, the Philippines has intensified efforts to combat China's increasingly aggressive actions in one of the world's most disputed waters. The Philippine Coast Guard frequently invites journalists to join its patrols in a bid to expose what it calls Chinese bullying in the busy waterway, along with China, Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei and Taiwan are also embroiled territorial conflicts. The South China Sea, long seen as a potential flashpoint, Asia a sensitive fault line. U.S.-China rivalry. Washington does not claim the maritime passage, but U.S. Navy ships' warplanes have patrolled it for decades to challenge China's sweeping claims and promote freedom of